This episode of Running Back Reviews is brought to you by Almost Anything Pawn Shop. Click the link in the description below. I just want to give some props to Jason David Frank for being the Green Ranger, one of my childhood heroes, and just being awesome. And he's really one of my reasons for even playing any Power Ranger game and buying the movie and having all my Power Ranger stuff that I had as a child. So thank you, you're awesome, and let's get into this review.
Spam Busters.
What's up, everybody? Negaman here.
Megazords and Zordon's base.
And it's Morphin time in this episode of Running Back Reviews, a show where we talk about old video games and hardware that you might not be too familiar with.
Today we are reviewing Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the Fighting Edition for Super Nintendo.
This is a video game based off of the popular Power Rangers series from the 90s, back in 95, when Power Rangers was everything to me and to every other kid. White Tiger.
So today this video is dedicated to all you Power Rangers fans.
So with that being said, let's get into this review.
First up, presentations.
So, when you load up this game, you are treated with a beautiful opening, and by beautiful, I'm talking about hype as hell. I mean, it's a lightning bolt all up on your screen, and after that, you're attacked by all the colors of the Power Rangers, and then the classic opening of the Power Ranger done by these beautiful sounds from the Super Nintendo. And if you're a retro head like me, you'll totally love it, and I loved it as a kid. This game got me so hyped. There's pretty interesting backgrounds, and the characters are all Megazords, so everything was very high-tech and high-powered. It's a total high-energy type of feel to it, and there's different cutscenes when you're playing in story mode. When you actually, choose your Megazord, it shows them putting themselves together like it did in the classic show, and also shows when you defeat the monsters. There's just a little cinematic ending, like where they explode and stuff like that. And it's very cool, and it's something that will get you like, yeah, I just destroyed him, blow up. So with that being said, I give the presentation a 8 out of 10.
I also give the presentation an 8 out of 10 because who doesn't like giant Zords fighting each other?
With that being said, next up is sound.
The soundtrack on here is pretty decent to listen to, even when you're fighting or, playing story mode. But the downside is the 4 Megazords had the same soundtrack, and the bad guys have their own soundtracks, plus their own stages. So pretty much you're going to be picking the bad guys more if you want to listen to some different stage music. The sound effects are pretty decent in this game, they really took time to matching the sounds up when they get hit and stuff. And plus, when they do cinematic finishers, they're always going to do that good soundtrack finisher. Overall, I give the soundtrack a 7 out of 10. Pretty much, it really has some good sound to it.
So, my favorite part or sound would be Goldar's theme at the airport. It's just really fly, and you can't get much more fly than that. So, with that being said, everybody grab your morphers, get in your Zords, because it's time for gameplay. This is your standard 4-button fighter with 8 characters and 6 stages, if you count the Power Swap Power Ranger stages.
You have story mode, fighting mode, and trial mode. Pretty much your typical fighting game, but with just less characters in it.
So there's actually one character I forgot to mention. He is Ivan Ooze, and pretty much he's the last boss in this game, and he's only available on fighting mode if you perform a special code. Now, he's pretty broken, and he totally breaks the game, so yeah, you won't be seeing him too much in like actual competitive play.
You have your typical inputs and all that stuff like a Street Fighter, and some chain combos that you can pretty much keep doing a loop over and over again with.
Okay, so with your super meter, it's pretty interesting how they have you build it. You must first wait for the meter to fill and flash, then you perform a special move. After that, it builds up to different levels. Once it's all the way full, you then can always perform EX or super special moves. Then you can also pull off a super that each character has for some massive damage.
Pretty much the grabs in this game are different. If you both grab at the same time, y'all are pretty much stuck in a loop that y'all both have to mash buttons, and whoever gets the 3 hits first will win that grab. And then once you win that grab, you can pretty much hit them while they're on the ground and stuff like that.
With juggles, a super meter, and OTG combos, this game has a lot of depth and replay value to it. Even though there's not many characters, that don't mean it's not fun, and they do a great job at giving these characters a lot of different things that they can do. So, with that being said, we give the gameplay a 7 out of 10. Overall, I would like to give this game a 7.5, mainly because it's a really good game and has good music. The only problem with it is really just, is lack of modes, really. It's lack of modes and lack of stages. Otherwise, the combo system is good and the gameplay is really enjoyable. So that's where it stands for me, and go Power Rangers.
Overall, I give this game a 7 out of 10. It lacked the characters in it for me, because really all the other games have more characters in it for us to play. Mainly like Rama 1/2. The gameplay in that was just terrible, so I always had to go back to my Morphin Power Rangers to play this.
So, with that being said, like this video for more Run It Back reviews, subscribe to our channel for even more great videos, and be sure to share this with your friends.
Like us on Facebook for future contents and updates on our page.
So, with that being said, I am Negaman.
And I am the Black Ranger.
And when you have time, be sure to
run it back.
Hey, what's up everybody? It's your boy TSB Negaman, and right now we're heading out to a tournament in Montgomery. So hopefully we can